Today we're going to take a look at Z-Trek sandals from Xero Shoes, so stay tuned. Okay, diving right into our shut test. S is for sole. This sole is fantastic. It's 5.5 millimeters. It's their Feel True sole, and it does have fantastic ground feel. Really like that aspect of it. I like that there's some good grip on the bottom of this. You can barely even tell that I've worn this, even though I've had this for over 2 years, probably closer to 3 now. Um, but yeah, it's a great sole. Really like it. There's no arch support. It's flat all the way through. Like I said, good ground feel. Super solid. It comes with their 5,000-mile warranty as always, and I, for one, have never had to even claim that, so it's great. So sole, flying colors, passes through. Next, heel. Short and sweet, it does not have a raised heel, as with all Xero shoes, as the name implies. So it passes that next part of the test with flying colors as well. Now, moving on to the upper, we would technically consider this part of the upper because it is above the sole. And I like the little heel cup, honestly. I like that I don't have to worry about my heel sliding back, and it keeps a little bit of the debris from getting underneath your heel, which is kind of a nice little feature. I don't think it's necessary. Their DIY sandals don't have it, and I don't really have a major issue with that as long as I keep it laced well. But it is a nice little extra feature. I will say it adds some weight. It's still a super light sandal, but you know, it's just a factor. Next part is the rest of the upper. I really like the Velcro in the back. I love that you can adjust that to your heel really well. In general, I like the thick webbing just because it's a little less harsh on your skin than the really thin laces if it's a single strand of lace. So I do like that. I also like that they have a little clip on the side, so once you get this portion dialed in, you can either clip in from here or you can use the Velcro. It's your call, but it's very customizable. Now, the problem with the upper, and it bleeds into T for toe box, is where this strap attaches, and this little side right here of rubber limits the mobility of your pinky toe. So you don't get a full spread like you would in a sandal like this, for example. So that honestly is a really big deal breaker for me. In a minimalist shoe, one of the big things you want is to be able to spread your toes. Now you run into it a little bit with the big toe, and I'll show you all this after with it actually on my foot. But the biggest thing is that pinky toe and limiting that full splay. Now, if you're brand new to minimalist shoes and sandals, this might not be a big deal to you because you don't even have the ability to spread the toes yet. But for me, that's something that's really important to me. I don't have that gripping ground feel of the toes. I'm limited in mobility. It's crunching the toes. I don't care for that. So despite everything else flying through really well in our shut test, that last little portion really is a deal breaker for me. I wanted to love these sandals, and I've tried them over and over and over again, hoping I'd get over it. But I just don't like that limitation in the toes, especially for a sandal. Now, I understand, like with this lacing pattern, you have to grip it there. Otherwise, it's not going to do the job of holding onto your feet appropriately. And that's part of the reason to have an upper is to hold it onto your feet so you don't have to grip. But yeah, I don't care for that. And so with that being said, we're going to switch to some footage of you seeing this on my foot so you can understand better what I'm talking about. And I'll also walk around on some natural terrain so you can see how this does bend and fold and how it actually looks in action. All right, here you can see what I'm talking about this fifth toe really getting scrunched in there between the strap and the side portion here that's holding the strap in place. It really doesn't allow for motion there, unfortunately. You can't get much of a toe splay even if I try. You see that really just crushes my toe there. And it's also limiting on the great toe as well. You can see it's just past this metatarsal head, so it's really pushing me in. Now I get why it's there, hold the sandal on and do the job of an upper, but it does not pass the toe box test in my opinion. Now, if you do decide to go with these, definitely use their sizing chart. You can print it off, make sure that it's at 100% and you're not cropping it at all or changing the ratio at all. But you can get as good a fit as possible by looking at their sizing chart. Again, I really do like the sole, very flexible. Let's get you a slightly different view, even though you probably don't walk like this. All right, so there you go. All in all, this almost is a sandal that I would love. However, the limitation on the toes is just not doing it for me. They have other great options. I'd say your next best bet is the DIY sandal, which I'll cover in another video. But yeah, for me, I love the look of it. I like the thick straps. I wanted to love this, but I just don't quite love it. That being said, it might be a good fit for you. Now that you know all about it, all the ins and outs, you can make the own decision for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. This video was brought to you by the Functional Feet program. If you want to learn how to have happy, healthy human feet, or how to transition into minimalist footwear and barefoot living, then head over to movementtraining.co to get all the information you need to know. Also, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on our most active social profile, which is Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.